Hi, I'm Robert Osborne for the Movie Channel. It's certainly no secret that most movie watchers consider 1939 to be the great golden year of movie making. By most yardsticks, 50 years ago, more great films were made within a 12-month period than at any other time in the history of Hollywood. And all over the country right now, there are celebrations to emphasize it. A salute to 1939 at LA's County Museum of Art, and also at New York's Biograph Theater, in Chicago and Indianapolis, all over. Life magazine is even planning a special Hollywood in 1939 issue this year to toast that special 12-month period in Hollywood's history. And no question, 1939 deserves the praise. So many great films that year, from Gunga Din, which opened in January 1939, to Gone with the Wind, which brought the year to a triumphant end in December. But I gotta tell you, despite all the press and hoopla 1939 is getting these days, it had its share of lemons too. Oh yeah, even in 1939 they made movies as bad as Cocktail and Arthur on the Rocks and some of the other Lulus we were asked to sit through last year. Just get a load of some of the titles. 1939 films they don't talk about: Boy Slaves, Missing Daughters, Too Dangerous to Live, Forged Passport, Torture Ship. In 1939, Humphrey Bogart had not just one, but three stinkers so bad they nearly put him out of the business. You Can't Get Away with Murder, Return of Dr. X, and King of the Underworld. And about that last one, the New York Times critic in 1939 said, "This is not a merely bad movie, it is, unless we're misled, deliberately bad." Jimmy Stewart had one of the worst dogs of his whole career in 1939, a number called Ice Follies of 1939, which he had to spend some time on ice skates, wobbly at best, with Joan Crawford. Luckily for Stewart, he also had two great films later in the year to save him: Destry Rides Again and Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. Olivia de Havilland had Gone with the Wind in 1939, but she also had Wings of the Navy and Dodge City, the two films she today considers the absolute pit of her whole career. Greer Garson made a major Hollywood hit in 1939 in Goodbye, Mr. Chips, but few remember that was followed by another 1939 film called Remember, co-starring Robert Taylor. It was so awful that the New York Times film critic said, "We're tempted to say of Greer Garson, with feelings of mingled sadness and regret, goodbye, Mrs. Chips." So it's quite true that 1939 produced probably more memorable and enduring movies than any other year before or since. Genuine classics like Gone with the Wind, Wuthering Heights, Stagecoach, Wizard of Oz, so many others. But if you check the records, it wasn't all gold. I'm Robert Osborne for the Movie Channel.